And it's PLP back with another video. Today I'm going to be predicting the 2020 Spokane Indians opening day roster. It is a short season affiliate of the Texas Rangers. Now let's get into the video. Starting off with the pitchers. Juan Castillo is my first pitcher. He is currently on the Down East Wood Ducks roster. I think he will get demoted to the Spokane Indians to start the season. The next one I have is John Casanova. He pitched for the Crawdads last year in 4 games, and after the Lakewood Blue Claws game, he was injured for the rest of the year. I think he might go back to Spokane on like a rehab assignment or something. I don't think he's going to stay there for the whole year. I think he'll spend most of the season with Hickory or Down East. My next player is Lucas Jacobson. The reason I put him on this roster mainly was because I didn't want him on the Crawdads roster. He's not very good. When there's a lot of walks when he pitches. Even though Matt Hagan did pitch him a lot last year, he is currently on the Wood Ducks roster, but I do not see him moving up, and I see him getting demoted down to the Indians or Crawdads to start the season. Next player I have is Fernary Ozuna. I don't have a lot on him. He's currently on the Wood Ducks roster. I think he'll get demoted like the other players. The next player is Billy Lane Jr. He is currently on the Spokane Indians roster. He was injured for most of the year. He went to the Spokane Indians for a rehab assignment, and he spent the rest of the year there. He spent quite a long time, almost 2 months. It wasn't really a rehab assignment after a while. My next player is Nick Leo. He has been on the Crawdads roster in 2018, but he was on the injured list. He is currently on the Spokane Indians roster as well. My next player is Zach Kent. I'm pretty sure he was a high draft pick in 2019, like maybe 15th rounder or before. He's my next player. Theodore Ortega is my next one. He's a left-handed pitcher. I think he'll be a starting pitcher if this roster happens. And my next player is Nick Starr. He pitched for the Crawdads a little last year. He had an 11.91 ERA. He was not very good. I'm pretty sure he had a 1-0 record, and he just was not very good with the Crawdads. He got demoted back down to Spokane, which is kind of what I had predicted. I was thinking that he would get demoted to Spokane because their season was getting ready to start once he kind of was doing terrible with the Crawdads. The next player is Justin Slayton. He was a 5th or 6th round pick by the Rangers in the 2019 draft. He's currently on the roster. A lot of these players actually are. My next one is Juan Mejia. And the next one's Leon Hunter. And then the next one is Josh Smith. Spent last season with the AZL Rangers and Spokane Indians. He spent most of the year with the AZL Rangers. He had a pretty good year. And all the Spokane Indians players, usually before the season they are in Rangers extended spring training. Catchers is Randy Florento. The next one is Herberto Hernandez. I think he could be on the Crawdads roster on Fangraphs, I think it was, or some kind of website like that. They had him number 3 in the whole Rangers organization. I think he could move up to the Crawdads. Next is Scott Cappers. I could see him being like a utility person if this roster happened. He can play catcher. I'm pretty sure he can play first base. I think he can play a little outfield too. there are a little more than 25 roster people on this. I just, the ones that I kind of thought were going to be on it, I just put on it. Infielders. My first infielder is Maxwell Morales. The next one is Davis Winsdale. He is a top Rangers prospect. He didn't play that well in 2019, but he also only played like 5 games total. I think he will return to the Indians as their starting third baseman. The next one is Jace Easley, him and Isaiah Squires, I think they should have got the award for the worst Rangers minor leaguer. They were both terrible. I think Jace Easley, there's no way he can move up to the Crawdads with how bad he was last year. The next one is Derwin Barteau. I can't pronounce the last name. The next one is a top prospect, Oslevis Basby. I think that's his name. And now to the outfielders. Starling Joseph is my first one. He is currently on the Wood Ducks roster, but he had a really good 2018, and then he kind of fell off a cliff in 2019. I think he's going to return to 2018 form in 2020 and probably get a promotion to the Crawdads somewhere in the season. Next one is Halson Vera. He's on the Wood Ducks roster too, and he hasn't been particularly good in his career, but he did spend most of 2019 with the Wood Ducks. I think he could start on the Wood Ducks roster again, but I also think he could start on the Indians or the Crawdads. Next is Tanner Gardner. He didn't do very well. He was supposed to be going to the Spokane Indians for a rehab assignment, and just like Billy Lane Jr., just spent the rest of the season there. They were both assigned to the Spokane Indians for like a rehab assignment just about at the same time. The next one is Obi Recumstrict. He was really good. He was one of the better players for the Indians last year. I just kind of forgot to put him on the Crawdads opening day roster. That's kind of why he wasn't on there. And the next one is Alexander Avalos. He's a pretty good prospect. He was like top 30 on the Fangraphs top 52. You probably might see that video before you see this one. So that's going to be the end of the video. If you like this video, give it a like. If you like this channel, and then consider subscribing. And that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching.